Hello students, welcome to the Environmental Studies of Class 5. To begin with, I have a riddle for you. What am I? I can be sparkling, but I'm not a star. I can run, but I don't have any legs. I can fall, but I don't get hurt. I am found in a bath, but I'm not a rubber duck. I can help you clean, but I'm not a soap. What am I? I hope you got the correct answer. And yes, the correct answer is water. It is rightly said, there is no life without water. Well, students, we know that without water, life on our planet Earth is not possible. We in Goa are lucky as of now, and therefore we must thank God that we are blessed with abundance of water, which is a precious resource. But do we use it judiciously? There are many regions in our country and across the world that long for few drops of water. So today we shall see the ways and means water was conserved and used judiciously in olden days in our lesson titled Every Drop Counts. This chapter gives a glimpse of traditional sources and the techniques of water arrangements in Rajasthan. Rajasthan is the largest state of India. It is well known for the Thar Desert and the beautiful palaces and traditions and customs it holds. In this chapter, it explains the water management by using real-time examples of earlier times. This is a picture of Ghadsisar. Sar means a lake. King Ghadsi of Jaisalmer got it made 650 years ago with the help of the people. All around the lake there are ghats. These ghats were made with steps leading to the water. At Ghadsisar, we can see decorated verandas, large halls, rooms, and much more. Rajasthan is very famous for the Pushkar fair. It is also known as the Camel Fair. People from different parts of the world come to experience the fair. Similarly, during ancient times, people came here to celebrate festivals and for programs of music and dance. During that time, children came to study in the school on the Ghat. The talab belonged to everyone, and everyone took care of it to keep it clean. The rainwater that was collected in this lake was spread over many miles. It was made in such a way that when the lake was full, the extra water flowed into another lake at a lower level. When that too filled up, the extra water flowed into the third lake, and so on, filling 9 such interconnected lakes. Imagine, students, at that time, such a wonderful planning. The collected rainwater was then used throughout the year, and there was no shortage of water. Today, Ghadsisar is no more in use. Many new buildings and colonies have come up in between those 9 lakes. Now, the water does not get collected in these lakes, but just flows away and is wasted. Besides Jaisalmer, many places in Rajasthan get very little rainfall. Here it rains for only 10 to 12 days in the entire year. Sometimes not even that much. The rivers here do not have water in them all round the year. And yet, most of the villages in these areas did not have a shortage of water. The people knew that every drop of water was precious. Lakes and johards were made to collect these precious drops of water. Every house in Rajasthan had a system to collect the rainwater. Have a look at this picture. When there was rainfall, the rainwater was collected on the roof, which then reached the underground tank. And so, after being stored there, they could use it as and when they needed it. Such a system of collecting and storing water for further use was known as rainwater harvesting. See, remember, students, it was a traditional way of collecting water. Since water was everyone's need, one and all came together in this work, be it a businessman or a laborer. Now, some water from the lakes was soaked into the ground and it reached the wells and bavdis, as you see in the picture. Bavdis were step wells. Now, the soil of the area also became wet and fertile. Have you ever seen a step well? Look at this picture. Can you imagine, by looking at the picture, that the steps go down several stories deep? Instead of drawing the water up from the well, the people could go down the steps and reach the water. That is why they are called step wells. Long ago, people used to make long journeys with their caravans of animals and goods. People felt it was a good thing to give water to thirsty travelers. Thus, they built many beautiful step wells. Today, if you are traveling somewhere, or when you are coming to school, or you go elsewhere, we easily carry water with us in PET bottles or small tanks, or water is bought, available on shops. Some time ago, before this modern era, people used to make use of leather bags, as you see in this picture, to carry water. You may ask your elders or grandparents in the house how they would take water if they had to travel somewhere, or how was water made available to travelers in those times. We shall now see some customs related to water. Even today, people get water from very old lakes, dharas, step wells, and naulas. Many customs and festivals are related to water. At some places, whenever lakes get filled up with rainwater, the people gather around the lake to celebrate. See the bride of Uttarakhand in this picture. After getting married, she has to come to the new village. She bows to the spring or the pond. In other words, she has to worship the spring. In cities, one can see an interesting form of this custom. The new bride has to worship the tap in her home. Can we even imagine life without water? This precious resource has its significance in every religion. Water is used by different faiths in their various religious rituals and customs. When water is so important for us, can we even imagine life without water? I am certain you must have said no. Do you have some special pots for water at your place? Look at the water that is being filled in this beautiful copper pot. And the shiny yellow pot of brass is seen in the other picture. Many stone carvings are also made near the place of drinking water. Try to recall if you have ever seen any such beautiful building near the place of water. The story today. We get water either from wells, canals, water stored tanks, or the direct pipeline to our homes. But do we really use water judiciously? Please ask this question to yourself every time you waste water. My dear students, water on earth is for one and all. Please don't waste water. We have to protect our environment for our future. Today, we learned how water was conserved in olden days by people of ancient India. Let our negligence not lead to the destruction of these precious water bodies. For homework, write 5 simple ways by which you can conserve water in your school and at home. Thank you. Stay safe.